Okay, so hi guys. I know it's been a really long time since I shot a video, but I've had a lot going on. I got a new video camera and I'm kind of testing it out for the first time, so hopefully that it works out really well. Didn't put on any makeup today because I just really didn't feel like it. And besides, this is a video mainly about skincare, so I figured why put makeup on. So basically this is a video about oily skincare. And I know a lot of people have a problem with this, me included. And to me it seems like where a lot of people make a mistake with their oily skin is that they're relying too much on their makeup to do all the work. Now, makeup that can control oily skin is really great, but I think to really effectively have your makeup stay on as long as it possibly can, I think you've really got to start, taking care of the oil in your skincare. You can't just use, to me, you just can't use any old thing and then expect your makeup to take care of it. To me, that doesn't really work out too good. I've done it before. Shit doesn't work. So basically I wanted to share with you guys some things that I do to help take care of my skin, and I've found personally that it really does help to make my makeup wear longer and just to make my face feel and look better too. And when you really take care of your skin, you don't have to put on so much makeup. Like, I work really hard on my skin, and I am like, if I want to, I can leave the house in tinted moisturizer and be perfectly happy with that. So I'm just going to share with you guys quickly a couple of things that I use in my skincare regimen that have helped me out, and maybe it'll be helpful for you too. So to get started, let's get started with cleansers. I usually switch back and forth between one of two, and they're both from Oil of Olay. And please excuse my tubes, y'all. Like, I really need to get to the store and get new ones because these are about empty. But the first one, I've been using this one actually all summer, and I discovered it by accident and I really love it. It's Oil of Olay's, or Olay's Shine Control Moisturizer. And this is what the tube looks like. And this is maybe about $5 or $6 at Walmart or Target or something like that, just wherever you can find it. And I really love this. This is kind of like a foaming mask, basically. And it's got kale and clay in it, which is really awesome for absorbing oil in your face. And I really like it because it really just makes my face feel really clean. I've been using this one all summer and I loved it. I may keep using it, I don't know. But definitely it's a good summertime cleanser. My other cleanser that I switch back and forth with, I just usually get the normal Olay foaming cleanser for combination oily skin. And it's got witch hazel in it, which is another thing that's really awesome for oily skin. It's a natural astringent, so that'll help pull some of the oil out of your face too. And both of them are kind of creamy, which you would think, since I have oily skin, I wouldn't want to use anything too creamy. But I found personally when I use the gel cleansers, it just makes my face go nuts. Like, I get all the oily spots on my face. Like, I normally get super oily. Like, I'm oily all over, but I tend to get super oily, like on my forehead, nose, and like on this part of my cheek or whatever, and then like on my chin, and then like even out on my cheeks sometimes, like out here on this side. But I've found when I use like an actual gel cleanser, my face goes haywire and it makes everything super slick, but then I get nasty dry patches like all around my mouth. And please excuse my dog, she wants to be in the video too. Get down, go. But I found that those like just straight up gel cleansers don't really work for me, and my face doesn't really feel clean, and it makes my face do crazy things. So I try to stay away from those personally. Next, and this step is totally optional. It's usually really optional for me, but if I'm really breaking out a whole lot and I don't know what the heck is going on, then I will usually, after I cleanse, I'll use Biore's Triple Action Astringent. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, this I tend to use, the Biore Triple Action Astringent, I usually tend to use this more in the summertime when my oil production is up in my skin. And this just helps take out a little bit of the extra oil, and then it's got salicylic acid in it also too, which which helps control breakouts as well. But normally in the wintertime I do stay away from this because I find even though I have oily skin, it can dry me out a little bit, and in the wintertime that's just not something you really want to do. And then for moisturizer, for a while I had been using this one by Garnier. It's their Moisture Rescue, and I think a common misconception about oily skin is because you have oily skin you don't need to use moisturizer, and I'm here to tell you that that is so not the truth, y'all. Like, if you have oily skin, it's as important for you to use moisturizer as it is if you have dry skin, because if you don't put the moisture back into your skin and repair your moisture barrier after you've cleansed and toned, then that's just going to make your skin produce extra oil. So putting moisturizer on can really help you control your oil, so definitely do that. This one I'm probably going to switch back to in the wintertime because it's got more of a lotion-like consistency. That's what it is, and plus it's got the sunscreen in it, which is really good for your skin. I couldn't use it over the summertime because I just found it made my skin like really super oily, even though it is oil-free, and I think it's just because of the sunscreen that's in it. It just made my face like really shiny like 10 minutes after I put it on, so I was just like, that's not gonna work. So this one is a good one. This one also came from Walmart. It was probably around $5 or $6. So as you guys can see, I really don't spend too much on my skincare. I don't think it's so much about spending the money on like the high-end stuff. I think it's more important to buy what works. And as it so happens, the cheap stuff works for me. I mean, I would rather spend money on eyeshadow or something, or no, I take that back. On skincare, if I do choose to spend money on skincare, like some serious money, I would say I would spend more on a serum than I would on a moisturizer. And the reason I would spend more on a serum is just simply because your serums have a more concentrated amount of your active ingredients, and to me they're just more effective. And I really can't use like a whole system like the moisturizer, the eye cream, and all that, because it just gets really heavy on my face and I just can't do it. So if I have to pick one thing to spend on, I pick to spend on a serum and then just use everything else inexpensive. And that's worked out for me so far. As for what works for you, I think it's really important that you do what works for you. But for me personally, I find it works out better just to spend on the serum. And then the serum, because it's just straight up treatment, it's not adding any extra oil to my face, so that's always really good too. Now for back to moisturizer, I'm getting off track. Moisturizer that I'm using right now, and I am loving this. I'm using this one by Formula 10.0.6. They're seriously shine free, mattifying oil free matte moisturizer. And I know a lot of you are probably giving me the side eye on this when I say I use it and I like it, because I've been like doing a little bit of research on it, and I've seen that there have been a lot of bad reviews on this. But in reading those reviews, if you actually read those reviews closely, most of the people who have the worst stuff to say about it are people who don't truly have oily skin. So I'll say about this one, if you do not truly have oily skin, as in you could feasibly go without moisturizer and your skin doesn't feel tight, if you can't go a day without using moisturizer, this is not the moisturizer for you, because this is geared towards people with truly oily skin. If you've got dry skin, you have absolutely no business using this moisturizer, just period. And I mean, that's just what I noticed in seeing all the reviews. They're all people who like have dry skin in some shape, form, or fashion. So just keep that in mind. It's really important to use products that are actually geared towards your face. If you have combination skin, you need to be using stuff that's geared towards combination skin. If you've got dry skin, you need to be using stuff that's geared towards dry skin. Like, you really shouldn't be using anything that is oil-free, mattifying, because that's not you. It's just not. So that's that. That's my little rant about moisturizers and people using the wrong ones. And then something else I've been using too, that's really helped my skin, and I've been using this for years, and it's dirt cheap. You can find it at Walmart or Walgreens or even Sally's Beauty Supply, and I love it. And it is the Queen Helene Mint Julep Mask. I love this. This is specifically geared towards people who have oily, acne-prone skin, so if that is not you, I do not suggest you use this. But Queen Helene does make some other really great masks as well. They have a grapeseed one to, help clarify your skin, and they also have a really awesome moisturizing mask that you can use too if you've got dry skin and you just need to give your skin a little shot of moisture. But this is geared towards my fellow oily skin girls, and I love this one too. It's got kale and clay in it, which is really excellent for pulling all the extra oil out of your skin, and I use this maybe twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week if I'm having like a really bad oily skin week, which is really like right around when my lady time's about to come. So I love this. I've been using it for years, and it does my skin really, really well, and it just gets in there and cleans all the nasty out of my pores. So with that, that's basically really all I use. I've found for me that less is more. Especially having oily skin, you can't really, pile a whole lot of products on your face. So it becomes really important to use what is really going to be the most effective for you. So this is just me sharing what I use on my skin. Hopefully that there is something helpful to you in this video. If not, then you definitely don't have to watch this video. But I hope maybe this was helpful to somebody in some way, or maybe it's gonna give you courage to try something that you wouldn't normally try. But in any case, I think that's everything. So I hope you guys have a really awesome rest of your day, and thanks for watching. Bye.